Hey everyone, welcome back to A Better Computer, and today I want to talk about the Mac. So last week Apple announced new Macs using the M1 chip, and I had this to say as an iPad user. If you're a Mac person, you've been holding out for a Mac with more performance, then I think this is going to be great for you and you're going to love it. But for me, as an iPad person, it didn't really change the game much. And so now people have them in hand, the reviews are out, and my feelings are still generally the same. I don't want to replace my iPad with one of these new Macs. But I am thinking about getting one, and I want to explain why that is. And the reason is this YouTube channel is the reason why the Macs are appealing to me in a way that they wouldn't have been a few months ago when I wasn't doing this. And so the easiest way for me to show you, I think, is just to show you kind of what my process is for making videos, very briefly, and then why I think one of these new Macs is actually more appealing to me than I thought it was initially. So let's take a look. So when I make a video, I'm typically recording at this desk, and I got the camera set up over there, but this is the desk I'm recording at. This is actually my wife's desk, but it looks nice for video, so this is what I use. But I will generally shoot it on my Sony RX100 or iPhone, depending on the video, depending on the lighting, whatever I'm kind of feeling that day. But I will shoot it on the camera, and then I import it onto my iPad. And so I use LumaFusion on the iPad to edit the video. It works great. I really enjoy this as an editor, but it doesn't do everything. And so a lot of the titles that I do in this channel, a lot of the text animations, a lot of the like screen share stuff that I do, that has to go through ScreenFlow on the Mac. And so that I use my work laptop to actually do those things. And then if I'm doing like a video like my last one about Airtable, that one I did entirely on the Mac. So I recorded the Mac screen and shared it and everything. Didn't use the iPad at all actually for that video. So what is kind of annoying is that the video is shot on my camera and then I move it on the iPad, or I move it to the Mac, or I record on the Mac and then edit on the iPad. It's just moving around a lot. And so it's not super simple. And then the other thing is that once I record the video, even if I do it like record it, put it on the iPad, do all the edits on the iPad, I still have to use a Mac or my Windows PC right here, my personal computer, to actually upload the video, because the videos are large files, they take a long time to upload, and the iPad will time out. So I can load up YouTube Studio, it works great in Safari on the iPad, but it doesn't work, right? After like 10 minutes, it's gonna stop uploading, the screen's gonna turn off, so I have to stay by it, or I can't do anything else on the iPad because if I move Safari to the background, it's gonna stop uploading, so it's not good for that. So even if I do the entire process on the iPad, I still have to move it to my Mac at the end of the day, or my Windows PC at the end of the day, and that is annoying. Certainly not ideal. So why the M1 Macs? Why all of a sudden am I interested in a Mac when for a long time I was not interested? I guess number one is these M1 Macs look great. The MacBook Pro is kind of the one that I'm eyeing, and it seems super fast, super quiet, and it seems like Apple pulled off the transition. And so I'm really interested in that device just as a good computer. But Apple's had good computers before. They've had like the MacBook Pro, the 16-inch iPad or 16-inch MacBook Pro looks fantastic. It's a lot more expensive as well, which is a little thing. But yeah, these devices are much less expensive. They appear to be like the fastest Macs ever. And the other thing that gets me is they run iOS apps. And so all these iPad apps like LumaFusion, like Pixelmator Photo, which is also on the Mac, I guess, but Darkroom, there's a whole bunch of apps that I use on the iPad that I really like. And a lot of them actually work on the Mac now. And so if I want to edit in LumaFusion, I can do that. If I want to edit in Final Cut, I can do that. If I want to edit in DaVinci Resolve or ScreenFlow or anything, it makes the Mac oddly universal in that it does all the Mac things it used to do. And a lot of these third-party apps for the iPad are now there as well. And so that's appealing to me as a huge iPad fan. On the other hand, one of the things I also love about the iPad is iPadOS itself, not necessarily just the apps. And so I like being able to, just like use Face ID to unlock my computer. I like being able to use Touch. I like to be able to use the Apple Pencil in combination with a keyboard and trackpad and all that stuff. So I still love the iPad, and I especially love it for casual viewing. Like really the only thing that I want the Mac for is this video production. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm definitely not buying anything today, but it's certainly a thing that I'm thinking about as a way to kind of try to streamline my process, to stop being reliant on my work computer, which is never ideal, to stop being reliant on my Windows PC, which I usually just use for playing games, Flight Simulator mostly lately. And so I kind of, if this channel is worth it, if this channel is something that I can invest more time into, can invest more money into, because this would be money devoted to the channel, I think it's worth it. I'm just not quite there yet. So I'm gonna keep working on this channel. I'm gonna keep working on the way that I do it today, where I'm using the iPad, I'm using a Mac, I'm using a Windows PC. Maybe I'll streamline it soon, but yeah, that's kind of the interesting place it put me in, is that it didn't make me want to replace my iPad, but it did. They do in a way make it so that my iPad workflow can move a little bit to the Mac, and maybe I kind of solidify into one device that can do everything. And so for me, that was really exciting. And I want to kind of take you guys a little bit behind the scenes today to show you kind of where my head's at on these new computers, which I think look unbelievably fantastic. And if I was a Mac person, like all in on Mac, I'd be totally into them. I'd really want to replace whatever I had. Like literally if I bought a computer 6 months ago, I'd want to replace it with one of these because they look that good. So just a thing that I'm thinking about. So if you like the channel, if you have enjoyed this video, enjoyed the other videos, please subscribe, please like, please share the video. The more subscribers I can get, the more views I can get, the more I can justify this sort of thing. So I'd love to have you subscribe if you can, but yeah, I will see you here next time on A Better Computer. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.